Hi children, today we are going to study about the respiratory system in human being. Before that, let me ask you a question. Is there any organ in our body that can float on water? Yes, surprisingly, this is the only organ in our body that can float on water. Which is that organ? Yes, it is lungs. So today we are going to study about the lungs in detail. We all know that breathing takes place in our lungs. Lungs are the core of respiratory system. And lungs are connected to the nostril through a nasal passage and windpipe. When we inhale, air enters our nostrils and passes through nasal passage, windpipe and finally reaches into our lungs. Do you know where do these lungs situate? Our lungs hang in an airtight space. It's called chest cavity. So around the chest cavity we can find a cage-like structure. It is known as a rib cage. The rib cage protects the lungs. So that is the function of a rib cage. Now let's see the main organs of respiratory system. The main organs of respiratory system are nose, nasal passage, trachea, bronchi, lungs, bronchioles, alveoli and diaphragm. The first part of the respiratory organ is our nose. And any idea what is the opening of nose called as? Yes, it is nostrils. And the air enters in our body through nostrils.
The nostrils consist of fine hairs and mucus. What is the use of fine hairs and mucus in the nostrils? The fine hair of nostril filter the air and remove the dust particles and unwanted foreign particles. Mucus facilitate the smooth flow of air. Mucus moisten the air too. The filtered air then passes to the windpipe or trachea. The trachea is surrounded by rings of cartilage. What is the use of rings of cartilage? It helps the trachea from collapse when air passes in high pressure. Then the trachea branches into two smaller tubes called bronchi. The oxygen-rich air reaches the lungs through the bronchi. The two bronchi are connected to the lungs, one to the left lung and the other to the right lung. The bronchs in each lung again divided into large number of smaller tubes known as bronchioles. These bronchioles have tiny air sacs at the end. These air sacs are called alveoli. The oxygen-rich air travels through bronchioles to the alveoli. The walls of alveoli are having very thin blood capillaries. So, the walls of alveoli helps in exchange of air. Now let's see what is a diaphragm. Diaphragm is a curved sheet of muscles below the lungs. We have already discussed that our lungs lie in the chest cavity, which is bound by the rib cage and diaphragm. It is very important to know that the muscles of rib cage and diaphragm helps in breathing in and breathing out. Let's see the mechanism of breathing in and breathing out in the next class. Thank you for listening me.